All right. This is for my man Ty City. We're in here. Let's go. Platinum is in the building. Let's do this, everybody. Let's go. Bring Platinum up in a second. NFL Power Rankings. Live Week 4 NFL. Yeah, I got you. Oh, yeah. Let's get this shit kick-started, everybody. Good afternoon. I know you guys loved the show last night. A lot of fireworks towards the sisterhood up here last night. And there was no sports, really. It was dead. Platinum will join us in a couple of seconds. Let me bring up the point spreads, as I like to do. Plat doesn't want his record put out there, but he has been just phenomenal with his picks the last 6 weeks. So shout out to the brother. Me, I finished the year in pro 31 in college 31-11, and in the NFL right now I'm 29-12. Let me get that right. I'm 27-12. There you go, folks. 27-12. Plat's with me. Guys are jumping in here. Akuma, what's up? Good to see you. First of all, before we start, I truly appreciate what you did, man. That is perfect what I want. Real talk.
Okay, I mean,
I didn't have a problem with you. I hit you up last night. I was a little busy, but I said, if he comes up here, I'm going to hit him off right away. And I did. And I said, we're good. And I moved on to do what I do. And you was on late last night to do what you do. So we're always good between me and you.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just saying, okay. But
Yeah,
let's go back. First of all, had a wonderful, absolutely wonderful weekend. I did. I went undefeated. And and I don't like to do this because I hope there's dudes who want to say, Plat, show receipts, and because guys say, Plat don't be making no money doing this stuff. He don't know what he's talking about. I don't like to do this. I don't like to do this, but if I'll do it, if you want me to do it, I'll show you the money I made. Now, I don't like to do it because it brings into so many
animosity.
Yeah, I don't think it's anybody's business. And the reason I say my record, you was talking about my record, nobody's paying me. So I don't think it's a big deal to tout my record. You ain't paying me, so whatever does it make? You pay me, then you write. Then you got to write. And then, because, we making money together. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to show people something just so they'll know. They have no idea who they're talking to. I keep saying that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what type of paper I fuck with when I fuck with these books, okay? Just to show you what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people think, I'm sitting around here making $5 parlays and shit. $5 15 team parlay. No, I'm not. If you can hit them, you can hit them. I can't hit those. But what I'm saying is I'm going to give you an example so that you guys don't, because you guys don't know. I've been doing this shit too long. And another thing is being able to do it and being successful at it. And that is one thing I have been. And I'm going to show you what I just did. And I got to sort of doctor this because can't be, I can't put it out like that because it's still, you know what I'm saying? You can't just put it out. But I can show you this money, and this, guess what? If you've been rocking with us, and that's sad that guys have it. If you've been rocking with us, this is what you could have had. You could have had more than this. All you gotta do is listen to what we say. And we got the bowl games coming up. That's next week on the 15th. You guys ain't gave up no money. We finna give you the whole bowl season and the NFL playoffs, and you can make money too. But you want to, skeptical, and what's best, and what's best, and more than we know, and
which they don't.
he don't know what he talking about, and look at that, Platinum don't know what he talking about. Okay, hold up, let me show you something. That nigga don't know what he talking about, and that just kills me how, and you know, because I've done this for so long, and I mostly deal with white people. I don't deal with black people, so I know how I know how they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm it's because you know black people always think, well, you trying to run a scam and all of that, and they know, and man, hey, I know you don't tell me who to bet. I know who put my money on, nigga. You can't tell me who to bet on, nigga. Who you supposed to be, nigga? You know, that's what they do, right?
Yep.
And then when you show them, damn,
Yeah.
I gotta close my fucking tabs. Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead, man. While he's doing that, I'm gonna jump in where he just left off. I've had guys come up here. I'm gonna drop some names. I had guys like Laurel come up here and poo-poo what me and Plat are doing together. Now, I bet you, and I'm not a hater of these two guys, okay? So don't be running over there and say, yo, Mace, this guy named Mace was going. Nuh-uh. If Mace and Cameron had the run that me and Plat are having this year in picks, you motherfuckers will be genuflecting to them, bro. Well, guess what? Because my record, the last 2 years and 3 of the 4 years I'm doing this, is so impeccable. You spread the word, Akuma. You tell them beginning next year, football picks, 1 for 20, 3 for 50. Okay, 1 for 20, 3 for 50. Beginning next year. You want picks, you're gonna pay for your picks. Okay.
We're fast going to Mason. Also, the name of the show is called Undefeated.
Okay.
That's the name of our gambling show, Undefeated.
You got it.
Okay, that's if you're looking for the show, it's the name of it's Undefeated. It's on Mace's platform, and that's what you get. We got a whole but let me just show you, because this is for every nigga who slick hated and said shit on the slick.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga don't know it. Any nigga. That nigga don't know. That nigga don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm better than him. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now hold up. Remember, we do the whole board. Which I mean, go ahead, do the whole board. If you so do that, right? And then stand, accountable. Let me show. I'm looking for this damn thing. Okay, hold up. I got to do it again. Where did the damn thing go? Okay, here it is right here. It's my fault. Where did the goddamn thing go? Okay. No, I'm looking them up. My goddamn computer, and it's not putting it where I put it. Get so tired of this fucking computer, man.
I'm about to buy me another super laptop, bro. Folks, while Platinum's fixing it, let me finish what I was saying. Real talk, bro. If that was Cameron and Mace, these motherfuckers will be genuflecting to them. And like Plat, I learned from the white man too how to do this. And it's sad, but we're up here blowing it up. And except for Kuma, who's a regular, Jims is a regular, a couple of guys who are here every week to listen, people in the clouds also. The rest of you niggas, I've given Star P a plethora of picks. You know how he didn't play him? You know how you could tell a guy like him didn't play him? If he would have won so much money this year on me alone in college and pro. I went 31-11 in college football this year. I picked 3 games a week. 31-11, folks. In 14 weeks of college football. And guess who carried me all year? Dion and the under. I'm saving the best for last. Florida State and Jacksonville State. You heard me right. Jacksonville State. Plat said before the college football season, he said, Mace, pick a team and run with it. Okay? Pick a team and run with it. I did it with 2 teams, Jacksonville State and Florida State. If you want to know where my big winnings came from, it was those 2 teams alone making me money every week. And then you throw in Dion's ineptitude with his squad, betting him every week and taking the under. I mean, taking Dion the under every week was paid off. Thank you, Dion. You did something right. Did you get that Charleston White I sent you?
Who are you talking to me?
Yeah, did you get the Charleston White video when he destroyed Dion?
Oh, yeah, I got. We went over it. I already covered that, Mace.
That shit was funny. I missed that. I gotta go back and watch that. That shit was funny, bro.
Yeah, I covered that. We cut it. A 3-hour video. We used about 42 minutes of it. Do me a favor, Mace. Share this right here. Share this right here.
All right, I got you. Let me.
This for the niggas. Hold up. This is for the dudes who think paper don't be getting checked over here. Come on, put that up.
I got you.
There you go. What that say, Mace? Balance what?
Balance $10,686.80.
What it say? Current action. What that say?
$9,980.
That's how much action you got to rotate. That's games you got to bet. You know what I'm saying? So you can get your money. So that's $9,000, almost $10,000 worth of action on these teams. So you got to win this. You know what I'm saying? Those are wins and losses. You got 10,000 up there. That's what I'm saying. I sit around and I have to listen to fucking chump change ass niggas.
Yep.
Talk to me about sports or talk to me about anything, really. But I'm saying when it comes to this shit, brother, I've been doing this shit too long. And you're going to lose games. I've been saying this. You're going to listen. If you're talking about you ain't going to lose, you don't want to lose, then don't do it. There ain't nobody walking around here that don't lose. You're going to lose games. Guys are going to let you down. Mistakes are, guys going to fumble. Mistakes are going to happen. You look at Kansas City, look at the interception pass. Guys make mistakes. But I'm saying it's money to be made now. And now you're sitting around here talking to a bunch of dudes. They don't even make no money. I'm talking about guys who hating. They don't even make no money. And when they gamble, they putting $5 bets out. A $5 15-team parlay.
Sad, isn't it?
A $5 20-team parlay. Listen, I said we don't even do parlays. When we put money out, we put money out. You see what I'm saying? Action. Mm-hmm. This ain't no one team 500. Put $500 on. No. This is $200 bets. This $500 bets. This $1,000 bets over a period of time. You got to win. Your action goes up. Your action goes up. Your balance goes up. That's how it's done. You win. So this is, and I don't like to show this. Take that down, Mace.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, take that down.
I'm taking it down right now. Give me a second.
Yeah. I don't even like to talk about money or my business or something up here like that. Just trust me, man. I'm putting money on the games and I'm winning. Yeah, drop it, Mace.
Plat will be back up in a second. He'll be back up. While he's pulling up again, and I didn't mean to drop him. I dropped it when he wanted to drop. I'm gonna continue to say what I was saying. Okay, you have to take a risk in this shit, man. You can't be playing with chump change. If you're gonna play, put a K down, put $250 down, and you're gonna bring back a nice reward. I mean, I hate to say this, and I'm gonna do a platform on this on my other channel, Niggerland. This is why no one takes black men seriously in this society. Bro, if you're going to go all the way in. And I'm not kidding. Next year, you want picks from me? And I'm going to be pumping it every week up here beginning in August when it's training camp. 1 for 20, 3 for 50. Okay? College and pro.
And see, it's the problem, Mace. And there's nothing wrong with that, brother. With black people is they want to guarantee you have to win, and that ain't how gambling is. You're going to lose. Guys are going to give you picks, and you're going to lose. But believe me, what you want to know, say, well, where your money at? Okay, brother, I'm telling you, man, I didn't want, brother, I'm not going to say win, but I've won over 100,000 on this shit. It don't take long, about 2 weeks, about 3 weeks, about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks, I'm focused. I'm talking about in my life. I'm not talking about last week. I'm not talking about last year. I'm just simply saying there's money to be made doing this stuff. And when you talk to people who are ignorant, they don't understand that. They don't understand that. So therefore, they don't understand how you move. Now, I wanted to go back to last week when we had all those games. Now, okay, I admit I called Iowa upset and Michigan blew them out, right? Okay, I was wrong on that. But Alabama, I called Alabama and they beat Georgia. And let me just say something about that.
Go ahead.
We got to go ahead, Mace, because I want to go. I got to go get this guy's name.
Yeah, go ahead. Since he's talking college football, let me say this. I told all of you Saturday night that they was looking for ways to get Florida State out of there. And now, yesterday, the committee finally admitted it. Travis, if he was 100% healthy, they did not want Florida State in that tournament because of two reasons. Number two, they didn't think they could beat any of the teams they beat, even with Travis. And number one reason is strength of schedule. They finally fessed up yesterday and admitted that. I was saying that for the last 6 weeks, that they was going to find a way to get Texas in there, and they did. What they want is Texas, Alabama, round 3. And they're going to get round 4 if it ends up that way. I think it will be Texas and Alabama for the championship. They'll get round 4 in Austin the second week of September. So I've been saying this. This is what they want. That's why they put Michigan against Alabama, because Alabama's going to beat Michigan. I hate to disappoint you Michigan fans. Your worst nightmare is Saban's won 10 in a row now. And Saban is clearly the better coach from Jimmy Butler. And on the other side, I think Texas is better defensively than Washington. I think it's going to be a shootout. That's your late game on New Year's night, and that's the game I'm watching. I could care less about boring Alabama, Michigan. Alabama's going to win that game. This is what they wanted. A rematch of these two teams because the young boy at quarterback for Texas called out Saban, called out Alabama football, went out there to Tuscaloosa and destroyed them in Tuscaloosa. This is what they wanted. I've been telling everybody this. And now you may get that. I can see Washington beating Texas. I don't give Michigan no chance beating Alabama. None beating Alabama.
Well, let me just say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I stand by this. The whole Deion Sanders is the greatest, mostest, bestest. And you got Jalen Milroe, right? Yeah. And I could be mispronouncing his name. Jalen Milroe. Now just think I want you to think about this for a moment. They carry 8 quarterbacks on their roster. They carry 8 quarterbacks. He had to play his way. He's a sophomore. He had to play his way into the starting position over those other guys, right? Mm-hmm. So he plays his way into starting position. They go and did they play Alabama first? Was that the first or second game?
Alabama, Texas?
Yeah.
That was the second game of the year.
They go and they lose to Texas. And he has a bad game. Now, they don't know if it's Texas is a good team or maybe he's a bad game. So I think they went into South Florida and they played poorly and they benched him. They either benched him during the game or after the game.
During the game.
during the game. Oh, they were horrible because I couldn't believe it. I said, man, it was like 6-3 or something. I said, man, South Florida going into like the third quarter, and they finally won the game. And
19-9.
yeah, and it was like, can you believe South Florida struggling with South Florida? So they benched this guy. He didn't get an attitude. He didn't go on Instagram, cuss out the team. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say, hey, how you going to blame me for losing to Texas, Nick? You beat him. He didn't say that. All he did was play, watch tape, played his way back into the starting lineup. And there's games you can attribute that was just him. LSU, that was him. Go and look at all the plays he's making against LSU. Look at the Auburn game, what, 4th and 19?
That's when he opened my eyes. That moment right there. I was going to come up to you and hit you up and say, Bama's out. He hit that goddamn touchdown. I said, oh, shit.
Yeah. And look at Nick. Go look at the YouTube. Look at Nick, because Nick can't believe it. Nobody can believe he did that. Nick's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, because when they called the penalty for grounding, look at Nick Saban's reaction, everybody. Go back and look at YouTube. He threw his headsets off. He was cursing out his coaching staff.
And the guy who runs the way he runs, and now Auburn decided not to rush him. I have no idea, because I guess Auburn said, hey, man, let him pass. And sure enough, he threw a line, bam, touchdown. And they go into Alabama, and I mean, look at the way he's playing. I'm saying he gets those first down. Remember, that's Georgia. Nobody goes up and down the field on Georgia. He drove that team up and down the field, and they beat Georgia. And I'm saying, people are running around here talking about some Deion. Like he's somebody. I say, why don't they give this brother right here some love? He played through adversity. He got benched. And then he came back and went. Now this guy's in the national championship. Where's the support? That talk about him, Deion. Deion, he can't even win a game, and I can't believe it. I'm like, man, is the world upside down? Deion's boy. That boy is back. That boy, his back ain't broke, but his back fucked up. At the end of he couldn't even make his last game. He couldn't even play. His back was messed up. His knees bad and his back messed up. Talking about Shador deserves the Heisman, please. And you got
I'll give Deion credit. Did you hear what he said about why Florida? He was heartbroken between the smile. You know that nigga was heartbroken. But did you hear what he said about why Florida State didn't make it?
No.
Deion handled it the right way. He said, hey, it's the mafia. Who's going against the Godfather? And Florida State has to realize it and accept it. Who's more attractive on television? You guys down in Tallahassee or the Godfather, Nick Saban? Who? He's right. Everything I tried to tell you guys last Saturday night, when you guys really thought Florida State was a lock, I tried telling you guys, Florida State, one way or another, they getting them out of there. And then yesterday, they finally admitted it. Even with Travis healthy, they don't think Florida State could compete with these teams who they put in. In other words, Florida State is being punished because 2 reasons. 2, Clemson was down this year, and 1, they did not play a tough schedule.
Well, there you have it.
I've been telling you guys that. They've been wanting to find a way to get Florida State out of there, and they got that out. They got that out that Travis got hurt. But then yesterday, finally admitted. They said, we don't think they were that good.
Well, Georgia is out. Georgia only lost 1 game, and they got 3 undefeated seasons.
Yeah. Before I continue, welcome Mama Sita to the platform, to the show. Big fan of Platinums. G Mars in the building. Jim's in the building. Continue, Plat.
Look, at the end of the day,
Hmm?
if you want to herald somebody, give this guy Jalen Monroe. That he deserves all your flowers and your respect. Look, Dion doesn't even need this stuff, and I've never understood the obsession with Dion. And like I said, and I'm not going to brag on my record when I gamble. I'm not going to show people my money, but that's just to show clowns, because you listen to clowns who don't
Hmm?
even gamble. Guys out here making, not be listening to guys making $50 bets. Just like the bum nigga, like nigga would come out some, I don't pay, I'll pay all my bets. And I'm like, you bum dusty nigga.
There you go.
Are you suggesting I don't have my, like, to even suggest I said, are you joking? I don't have money? Do you know who you talk? But they don't know who they're talking to. They think I'm a dusty bum like them. I'm not. And I sent that money like that to you because it's nothing to do. And I'm like, this is we got the bowl season coming up.
Hmm?
We got bowl games from the 16th to the end of this year. We got the N.F.L. playoffs about to start.
Hmm? Yep.
There's plenty of money to be made, man.
All we doing is laughing at you guys, getting a nice envelope. I get a pink envelope every Monday or Tuesday, depending if I play Monday Night Football.
And I look at these guys, and their guys are, you right, the white guys, they charge you money, and they make a lot of money. And you know what? When they lose bets, you know what? Their customers understand. You can't win all your games. I've dealt with black people, brother. I'm a black man. I know how they are. When you lose games, they don't like that. They think that you're a magician and you can make the game. I can't make them win. I can just give you the bet. So I say, you know what I do? I'll bet for myself. And then when I win, I win. And then that's just the way it is, man. So this is all this year. Had you been rocking, had you listened to last year, you'd be looking at 10,000 or more easily. Had you been listening, but because you don't listen or you don't bet, you're not going to make any money. Or you're making $2 25 team parlays. You know, baseball and that's what you want to do. But that ain't how you do it. I said, don't parlay, make one bet. You make one bet. And that's how you do it. And now, this national championship thing, you were getting they kicked out Florida State. Do you know that the actual on ESPN, on their rankings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Florida State's fourth on the AP top 25.
Yeah, because they went undefeated.
Yeah, they're not in the college football rankings, but in the AP top 25, Florida State they consider the fourth ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, but again, they didn't think that they play the schedule. That's the main reason why they wanted them out. Guys, if you're up here every day, James knows this. QZ knows this. I was telling you, they did not like Florida State. See, this is what I do. I don't listen to the ESPN heads. I listen to people like a Paul Feinbaum who's in the know. He's in the rooms. And Paul Feinbaum kept telling you guys, Florida State, Reese Davis, another one. He's connected. They didn't like Florida State. They didn't. They looked at Louisville as a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Mace, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why is Georgia on the college football rankings and on the AP top 25 ahead of Ohio State?
Because they're Georgia. That's an honest answer, my brother. They're Georgia. Back to back, going for history.
They lost to Alabama. Ohio State lost to Michigan.
Michigan. We're going to find this out.
Hold up. Ohio State's the Michigan's the number one team in the nation on both AP and college football. Ohio lost one game. They lost to Michigan. Georgia lost to Alabama, but
Alabama lost to Texas. There's a connection there.
Okay, they're putting Georgia between Ohio State in Alabama. I don't get that.
Because let's be real here. And guys, listen up to what I'm about to say. The college football is ran by the rural South and the Midwest part of the country. Don't get it twisted. Those are the powers of college football, folks. Plat, what he says is fascinating. Even though Ohio State lost, they still got Ohio State ranked sky high because they're Ohio State.
Well,
And
they
let me
got,
add to this. If you
but
haven't,
Mace, hold up, Mace.
you go ahead.
Georgia's ahead of them. Georgia lost to Alabama, but Ohio State lost to Michigan. So why are they ahead of Ohio State? I just don't get why they put them ahead of Ohio. They should be, but it should be reversed. Ohio should be 7th. Ohio should be 6th. They should be 7th. And I mean, however you want to stack
Georgia, bro, Georgia haven't lost a team. Georgia haven't lost a game in 3 years, bro, until Alabama. Since that span, remember this. Since that span, Ohio State has lost to Michigan 3
You know what? And Ohio State lost last year
to Michigan.
To Georgia.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so now I mean, if they're bringing that into play,
yeah, they are. They are.
Okay. Then that would make sense if you look at Georgia. Last team they lost to was Alabama, and then they came back, beat Alabama, then they beat Ohio State, then they lost in the conference, and then the last team they beat was Ohio State.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, personally, I think Washington.
Yeah.
I think Washington gonna beat Texas.
Okay, I can see that because they're both very explosive. It could be one of these games. Plat, last team has the ball wins.
Well, I'll tell you this about Washington.
Yeah.
If now I don't know about Alabama, but if it's Michigan, Washington, they can shut down the run, man. Yeah. They can shut a run down. They got them big Samoans.
Yeah, that's all they get. Let me add this, everybody. You heard it here first. Bet $250. Go out there right now. The kid from LSU is going to win the Heisman Saturday night. He's going to pull off the upset. You heard it from your boy Mace first. Go put your money on the kid from LSU. He's going to win the Heisman.
There you go.
He's going to win the Heisman.
There we go. We got. I don't think Michigan. I think the way you beat them, and I think your boy Tua's brother with Michigan, I think he had a chance, but he kept turning the ball over. If you go watch that game, he kept turning the ball over.
Plat, let me ask you this question. Be real about this. You think Harbaugh is being punished by the NCAA by seeing Nick Saban on the other side the first game, bro? That is the worst nightmare. I'm telling you right now, for Michigan.
Well, I wouldn't want to play Alabama, but no, I don't think they're punished. If they would punish him, he wouldn't be coaching. And he's been out really most of this year. Really, that Sherrod Moore dude?
Yeah, the running backs coach, yeah.
He should be making, I would. He's different than me. He should be banging his drum, man, because this is his season.
I'll tell you this. If Jim goes pro, there's rumors about the Chargers job and the Bears job. They're going to give it to him.
Well, he earned it. Well, I wouldn't say give it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think Jim's that great a coach, but I'm just saying
motivator.
He hadn't been around. So this guy's coached like 6 of the games. Okay, they played 13. He coached 6 of them.
Half of them, yeah.
Now he's bringing in Jim, and I wouldn't have, listen, I wouldn't want to have to play Alabama now because whatever Saban needed, and teaching guys, getting his defense together, getting them guys in position, he's got it. He's got it, man. And then that quarterback, look at that quarterback is cock strong and super fast, man.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Right now, folks, I've been making fun of him all year long because to me, Nick Saban is the greatest coach of all time in any type of football. I love Nick to death. I had a lot of fun with Nick, but right now, Alabama is not only dangerous right now, folks. They are lethal. They have been kicked on all year long, all that here, all year long. How great Georgia is, how Texas whipped their ass, and now Nick is here. And I'm right now, folks. Right now, bet your money, bet everything you have on Alabama in that game against Michigan.
Well, Mace, I would say wait. You got time. That game kicks off on the first.
Night.
Yeah, I'd wait, Mace. I'd wait. Yeah, no need to jump the gun because you tie up money. Like we didn't got into props and we got into all of those bets where somebody said the MVP, they're gonna bet on Brock Purdy to be the MVP, and when they at the end of the year, you get your bet. But I just think it ties up funds. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna. No, I don't do that. You miss out, but it'll be a time, and just like tonight,
I'm laughing about Plat. They got the bowl set up, but not the lines yet. First bowl game, folks, next Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning. Georgia Southern against Ohio. That's your first bowl game.
Yeah, hey, Mama Cita, in about 2 hours from now, check your email, okay? 2 hours from now. Synchronize your watch. No, I gotta tell her something. Okay. I haven't been able to communicate with her, but just in about 2 hours, she needs to, because I don't have any other way to contact her. But but anyhow, there you go. There you go. Synchronize your watch. 2 hours. All right. But Mace.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play Alabama now, the way he's got that team. And also, when you look in hindsight, all the fans, and you talk about things being unfair, that brother got benched. Think about that.
Yep.
Man, you bench me against Texas. Texas is what? Is Texas what, 12-1? And then the goddamn playoffs?
Yep.
That ain't no powdered milk I'm playing against, man. And I was making Texas destroyed teams.
I love Texas too. Florida State I love. I love Texas. Who else that I like this year? Like Missouri. Missouri got a good game, man.
Oh yeah, they're going against, I think, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be
I will watch that one. Yeah, that's on New Year's Day. One of the early morning games.
Did any particular bowl game stand out for you?
Missouri does.
Okay, that one jumped out at you.
Right away. Yeah. That's the game that I will turn my TV set on, have a bowl of popcorn and enjoy. Yes.
Okay, well, I was looking at the bowls, right?
I got it right in front of me while you're talking.
And I really didn't want, I'm telling you, I really don't want to do anything until, I really don't want to do nothing until the, here we go.
I got some numbers right here. Some odds are already out. Give you one right off the bat. Louisville 7.5 point favorite against USC.
Where's it at?
I don't know what they don't put the name of the bowl.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's out. Carolina, West Virginia is 3.5 points favorite on Carolina. I'll leave that alone. Tulane 7.5 point underdog against Virginia Tech. Kansas is 12.5 point favorite on UNLV.
Yeah. A lot of these, like, okay, I think the 16th is a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
You got like, that's what, a week from now, right? A little bit over a week. Okay.
Next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah, no doubt. I'm right here.
So you got the bowl starting basically on the 16th. You got probably 8 games. What you want to do on that, if I'm you, I'm just taking one team and I'm ignoring the rest of those teams. Man, you know, you're gonna have to miss some games. If you sit up there and try to play and try to, you know, this ain't the time to do just go into, you know, it's a lot of okay. What I don't like about the first week, really the first week of the bowl season, is that garbage games. And it's hard to predict them. And a lot of times you just lose money. They're just trash, garbage can games. And then next thing you know, when it's time, when it kicks in around the 20th or 21st, around Christmas and up, you get some good matchups, man. And you get some obvious winners.
Yep.
You know, okay, look, like this Florida State thing, right? You go and read up what's going on, what the coach is saying, how guys are playing, and you get an idea how Florida State taking this. Are they depressed and they don't care? They quit, or are we're going to show these people we should be in the national championship? And I don't know who Florida's playing, but then
Florida State's playing Georgia.
That's when you say, hey, well, I wouldn't see that's a game you ain't gonna make no money betting. I mean, I bet against Georgia, but I wouldn't make that a habit betting against Georgia. But yeah, you want to sit up there and say, hey, how are they going to play this game? Because sometimes they quit. Sometimes
I think Florida State's going to quit. I'm dead honest.
Well, then you go with Georgia because you said, well, they quit.
Yeah, I think they quit. Yeah.
Yeah,
they took their heart out, including the head coach. That's where it's bad. When your head coach ain't strong, and he's not strong after something like this, the whole team's going to be flat against Georgia. I think Georgia's going to be flat too. That's why I'll leave that game alone.
Well, we have to wait till it happens, and it takes time because they have to have their pregame. They got to go where they go. They coach. They got all types of scouts and people around there looking for information.
No,
and they'll get a general idea. Then you got players. Some players declare for the grab. Some players won't play. So a lot of that just you pick up on that, and that'll influence how you wager. And then when you're making these wagers, if you're serious, you have to look for stuff like this.
Plat, I got my first game that I'm jumping over. I'm taking Missouri -2 against Ohio State.
There you go. When is that game?
That game is the 29th of December.
Okay. The 29th of December. That's well off.
8 o'clock. That's the night game.
I don't even know Ohio State has a quarterback because I know the guy he
left.
Yeah, so I don't even know who their quarterback's going to be.
You like this game, Plat? Franklin 3-point favorite over Kiffin?
To be honest with you, I would lean toward Ole Miss.
Okay. They're 3.5 point favorite.
I'd lean toward Ole Miss over Franklin because but I gotta research it more, but because of the fan base. And that's Lane Kiffin too. Remember that he's an evil genius.
Yes. Here you go, Plat. 3 weeks from Saturday, December the 30th, 4 o'clock. Georgia 2-touchdown favorite over Florida State.
Well, when it happens, you know, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't bet against Georgia. Like I wouldn't just sit around betting against Georgia, but looks like they're going to blow out Florida State, so that's what you go with.
There's another game I like here. I like LSU -10.5 against Wisconsin.
Well, it depends on when they play. Whether it's worth my time. Like I said,
New Year's Day, 12 o'clock, 11 your time.
I got to go look what the other games are. You know, it's just
Iowa, Tennessee is the same day, and Tennessee 7.5 point favorite over Iowa.
Okay. This is how I do the bowl season, right?
Yeah.
I really was going to start around the 19th, but like I said, I see some UTSA guys that I liked and I won money with, so I'll probably be going with them just because of that. But I don't look ahead like that. When New Year's shows, I'll deal with it. I'm not really I'll look at it and see the schedule, but right now I'm worrying about the games that's in front of me. And on the 16th, and then I think
Jacksonville State's the 16th.
Then after that, you got Monday, and then you got a couple of games, and then slowly, as the Christmas holidays kick in, you'll start having your games, and then you know you got the national championship, and then you got one after that, and that time will come. All of that is culminating on those games, and then you got the playoffs, right? You got the NFL playoffs, you got the NFL couple of games. So all of that, you with all these injuries now, with all these quarterbacks, Jacksonville, you're looking at Burrow's out. See, none of these teams, even if they
Pittsburgh's
do,
quarterback is out. Even though
they don't have a quarterback. They never had one. But no, even if they limp into the playoffs, they're not going to go anywhere.
Well, Plat,
when they have to play a playoff game, look, this is regular season. When those teams have to go against a playoff team, a quality team, if you look at Cincinnati, just say Browning, he can get them in the playoffs. They're not going to go anywhere. Same thing with Jacksonville. They're not going to go anywhere. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a decent quarterback. So they're going to get bumped right on out. So everybody's talking about is coming down in really the AFC is coming down to Miami and the Ravens. And they're saying the way Pat is playing, Pat Mahomes, and that's another thing. I wanted to bring this up because I was looking at Andy. Remember Andy Reid? I didn't look it up. I said, let me look up Andy Reid's record because I don't think he has a winning record, even going back to the Eagles. He had that one Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb, one Super Bowl with Terrell Owens, and they lost that, and then Terrell came back and destroyed that team. Andy Reid is a loser when it comes to playoffs and overall. No, he's a loser. Now, look at Bieniemy, and that's fine. Fire Eric Bieniemy and kick him out the NFL. Let him go coach XFL. Okay, fine. But when he was with Kansas City, they were doing way better than they're doing now. And once again, you got to remember, Andy Reid's a loser, man. So when you see him standing on the sideline and you see the Kansas City Chiefs coming out, this is a losing coach, man. He's not a winning coach.
Bro,
don't get it twisted. The guy is a loser.
Bro, true story. Back in March, they asked him, because the chief media was going for the media, and they asked him about Jordan Love. He said, who's Jordan Love? Watch the video after the game Sunday. Jordan Love was looking for his fat ass to tell him, you know who I am now? And that motherfucker fat ass ran off the field, bro.
Okay.
That's the one thing I love about young Jordan Love, folks. Not only does he keep receipts, he's coming to seek you out.
And they D'd up on Pat. Then when that guy went and got that ball, he tried to throw that little ball, went and picked it off. They changed the game up on Pat. So, and like I said, Andy Reid, he's not a winner. Now, he hung around because of Pat, because of Travis, probably because of those two guys. They're best buddies and best friends. He was going to retire. He was going to retire. Eric Bieniemy was going to take that job over. He said no, so Eric had to go to Washington or wherever he winds up. He'll wind up in the league. He'll wind up offensive. He'll wind up somewhere in the league. Yep. But what I'm saying, remember, and I remember this, remember he is a loser. So as these playoffs start to go, don't get it. He's not a winner in the playoffs.
We love you, Barry.
The playoffs all the time. So
yeah,
I'm saying when you look at the Ravens, when you look at the other teams that are going to enter the playoffs, provided they have an intact quarterback, right? They're going to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. It won't be a Cincinnati, but if they play the Ravens, man, if they play the Ravens, I don't think they can beat the Ravens.
If they play Miami, they're going to lose.
I don't think they're going to beat Miami,
No, they're going to lose. Because, like I said before, the man who should have been in Kansas City is about to break records in Miami now. They should have never got rid of him.
Oh, Tyreek Hill?
Oh, yeah. It's the big difference.
Yeah, and he's been a difference. If you look at the Chiefs, if you remember that Super Bowl when he was there, and then you look at since he's been without, they suck, bro.
Yeah, man. And when Mahomes told the media, and I said this the other night, that the referees let the players play, and that pass interference call, I'm gonna tell you what he really meant. That MF wasn't going to catch the ball anyway. And you know the sad part is, Platinum loves him. I love him. You all know Fred Ward Colombian loves him and Raven Knight. This is not on Patrick Mahomes this year, folks. It's not. It's on Brent Veach, who is the general manager, and it's on fat ass Andy Reid because he wanted to get rid of Tyreek Hill.
He got rid of, and we know he did wrong, but he got rid of Hunt.
Yep, Kareem Hunt also.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's
so
up, Canes? Hope you're feeling good today, and you'll get that. You'll get that early next week. Be looking in the mailbox for it, fam. Appreciate you.
I had now, Mace,
Yeah.
you probably don't believe it, but I had Arizona on the money line to beat Pittsburgh. Now I'm telling you why, because I'm just saying, man, that team is that team's 6. I think they're 8-3 or 8-4, whatever, 7-4. Anyhow, I said that team's won 3 games because the quarterback's throwing interceptions in the end zone. And I said, look at Mike. I said, Mike is flopping around there winning with his defense. And I said, man, because we remember, Mace, we said it last week. People need to listen. I said, man, don't get it twisted, man. Kyler Murray, he can play.
I was with you with that pick too.
I know. I said he was hurt, right?
Yeah.
But he's back. And I said, man, y'all better stop sleeping on that dude. Like, okay, he's back, but so what? Yeah. And when he came in there, they're 2-8. And they beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a favorite, and Pittsburgh's like 7 or 8-3. They're 8-4 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So and they won. Yeah. No, I saw it. I'm saying, and they won. And of course, Houston and Houston won. They beat
Can't
Denver.
shut Laura up right now, Plat. Can't shut him up about C.J. Stroud.
Well, I don't blame him on that. He should talk on that. And if you're a Houston fan, you got money coming in. Houston's been winning money.
Yeah.
Houston is playing. Who are they playing this week?
Who the Texans playing this week? Let you know right now. You know what game interests me, Pat? Oh, let me tell you this. I'm gonna get the Houston game. It just opened up Michigan a 1.5-point favor over Bama. I'm jumping over Bama. I'm jumping all over Bama. A 1.5 underdog. All right, just find them. Sunday I'll be doing Ravens and the Rams. That's a big early game, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll be back for the night game. They're here against the Jets, Plat. 3.5-point favorite. And now that Rodgers is not coming back, I'm gonna take the Tex. I may take the Tex. No. I made my picks for the pros already. I got Frisco 10.5 over Seattle. I got the Dolphins 13.5 over Tennessee. And I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to take the Giants plus 6.5 over Green Bay. Remember, I took Kansas City last week, and Green Bay looked absolutely awesome against the Chiefs on Sunday night. So I don't want to jinx my boys. So.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Well, a lot of the handicappers are taking the Giants. They were saying it's a lot of dogs out there that they're going with. They're even taking the Eagles over Dallas. So at the end of the day,
yeah,
the Texans, I'm rocking with the Texans.
Okay.
Yeah,
3.5-point favorite against the Jets.
I'm rocking with the Texans. And not only that, I like betting the Texans. So I just enjoying them. It's not going to be something major. But when Sunday kicks off,
yeah,
when I look around the board, when I look at the board, man, I'm not interested in a lot of teams. Like you said, the Rams, Ravens. Okay, I might take a look at that, but it's a lot of games I don't have an interest in. And then when you say the Texans, I like the Texans. I like the way they play. I like Stroud. Stroud's Ohio State. I like Texas. So, I guess the Jets, I don't, and they're going to have to play well because Jets got a decent defense, but Jets just a shitty team.
I think the Jets have given up. They went back to Zach Wilson because of fan pressure. Why, I don't know, but they went back to Wilson.
Who's the backup in New York?
Oh, I forgot his name because they cut the guy who was playing the last 2 games. They cut him. They cut Boyle. I forgot who's the backup, but Trevor Simeon is the backup.
Okay. I
This
mean,
is who the Jets want. They know everybody wants a quarterback. So if they lose out, they'll have the third or fourth pick in the draft, and they'll easily take the best offensive lineman in the draft. Because this is how the Jets are looking at it. First two players off the board are quarterbacks. The next one is Marvin Harrison Jr., and then we'll get the best tackle in the draft.
well, they're going to lose then because they need a quarterback.
Their
Don't
fans,
don't give me the Aaron Rodgers nonsense. They still need a quarterback, even if he's there.
the fans are putting pressure on them to get the kid from LSU, which they can get. You know, I would trade down a little bit to get him. I wouldn't take him at 4 or 5.
You got Bo Nix and you got what's his name?
Bo is middle of the draft plot. Him and Penix are like in the 15 to 21 range.
No, you could take him early.
Yeah, I don't see the Jets doing that. Now, the kid from LSU, yeah, you know why? He's this year's coming up draft Anthony Richardson. His makeup and his character are two things that these NFL people are going to adore about him.
I don't see him. I don't see a team like the Jets taking him over a Bo Nix.
No, they can rock with no Plat.
What's the guy Drake? What's the guy Drake May?
He'll be gone. He's number 2 in the draft. He'll be
gone. I just don't see a team like the Jets ain't really big on. Man, we still live in America, man. Some of them teams they ain't really big on black quarterbacks.
Miami, for one, trying to make Tua hip 2 weeks ago with cornrows.
Tua's Samoan. But I'm saying a lot of those teams selling that to your fan base. That's a big sale.
Ain't gonna work.
Yeah, so that's a big sale. So
yes,
when you have so many of them this year coming out,
yep,
and you got the Bo, you got the Drake May. Yeah, they're gonna want one of them guys.
I remember Jordan Love. They asked him this question back near the season started. They asked him, "Do you notice how many? There's 14 black quarterbacks starting in the league." And he looked at the guy who interviewed him, and he said, "Look, I'm just going to call it like it is. I'm one of them. I'm proud to be one of them. I'm going to represent my people proud." That's what you want to hear from a black quarterback. Not a bunch of fancy-ass cars chasing booties with Cristal after games, nigga. You better know who your people are, okay? And love those, okay?
Well, they need more of them, man, because they just had 2 of them go down. And the backups are horrific out here.
Let me ask you a question, Plat. This one I want to ask you, because you're a big Ohio State fan. How the fuck did C.J. Stroud walk into this league and it's taken over the league by storm yet? Justin Fields will be on a new team come March 15th.
Well, just Fields was a passer. Stroud was a passing quarterback. And actually the Texans last year with Lovey, they weren't that bad. You can see that they were close to win. I think they almost beat the Chiefs. They almost beat Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They were a good team. So by this guy coming, this new coach, and then putting a quarterback in there, a quality quarterback, they're winning games because they really weren't that bad a team. So they're good enough to win. Now on Fields, the Bears never win. And Fields, he needs to get out of the Bears.
Atlanta, you think, for the 9th pick? He goes.
Atlanta would do good to get him.
Tennessee.
The Raiders would be good to get him. The Saints would be good to get him.
Tennessee.
He ain't gonna go. See, that's what I'm saying. That's another. They're not certain cities. They're not gonna say it, but they're not big on black quarterbacks, man. They wasn't big on McNair. Hold up, they wasn't big on McNair.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
No, they wasn't.
I didn't know. I'm not arguing.
They brought Neil O'Donnell. Literally had a second career in Tennessee. He literally played damn near as much as McNair. In fact, they got on McNair because one time McNair, he wouldn't go in the game because O'Donnell was hot. And they said, "But you're healthy, aren't you going back in the game?" He said, "Nah, man, O'Donnell's hot." He knew where he was. He knew the fans. And he got booed a lot. Unfortunately, tragic things happened to the guy. Well, I mean, you could almost say, well, look, I'm not going to get in there, but at the end of the day, it didn't pan out for him. But certain cities, it's not. You got to be, you can't, first of all, you're not going to win all your games. Joe Montana didn't. Go look at Joe Montana, didn't win all his games. Joe Montana, guys dropping interceptions and everything. Yet he went on to be this great quarterback. Steve Young, guys dropping interceptions. He went on to be a great quarterback. You're not going to win all your games, man. The fans have to love you despite that. In certain cities, they're just not ready for that. And Tennessee is one of those cities.
Okay. Bit about I heard New England. They're looking at Caleb Williams real hard.
I don't know, man.
It won't work there. It won't work there. It's Boston.
Well, I don't know because I don't know what he needs. We'll see tonight. They play Pittsburgh. They say he needs a whole lot. He needs defense. He needs a running back. He needs a lot of things in New England.
Kane said to you that that both Ohio State's quarterbacks hit the road in the NIL portal, and they got one of the best quarterbacks in the country coming in. Let me add to that. There's a kid that played at UCLA and Michigan, Ohio State, Miami, and Florida State. It's all over this kid. I forgot let me find the young man's name. I'll say it before I say it again, everybody. If you want to win some money on the Heisman Saturday night, take the young man from LSU. He's going to steal it from the other three quarterbacks.
Mace, I don't know. I don't keep up with recruits. I wouldn't. You tell me
who's I'm not the recruits here, but Keynes is into the recruits.
No, I'm saying you tell me who's a good recruit after the season. I don't know. I just looked at Alabama. They got 8 quarterbacks on the roster. I don't know any of them guys. And a couple of those guys got money. No, they got over $200,000 in NIL money. No, and they didn't even play.
All right.
All they did was dress out. No, because I looked at their NIL money. They got about 3/4. Now he got some money, Jalen, but there's 2 other guys on there. They got about $200,000 this year just for being on that roster, and I don't even think they played or even dressed out.
All right, this came down. Usually, whoever wins this award from the AP will win the Heisman Saturday night. Jaden Daniels was this named Player of the Year in college football.
There you go. Yeah, at this point, Mace, I think the Heisman, they give it to who they want to, and them guys shouldn't even worry about that. When they're ready to go pro, go pro.
All right, Deion got some great news today. Deion Sanders gets the best offensive tackle in the land. Jordan Seaton, IMG Academy. What they do at IMG, folks, is train players to be pros because there's such dumbasses in the classroom. No joke. So they get Deion gets some good news today. Gets the 5-star best offensive lineman in the country. Jordan Seaton goes to the Buffaloes. He picks Deion over Saban and that buffoon coach at Ohio State. So there you go. Now, Nick Saban, I know he feels bad for his boy. Him and Kirby Smart are boys. I mean, tight boys. Saban came out today. I'm looking at it right here. I feel bad for FSU. Saban, stop lying. Nick, stop lying. Oh, man. Oh, man. Plat, you believe him? He felt bad for Florida State?
Huh?
You believe Nick Saban when he said he felt bad for Florida State?
I don't know. I mean, he probably did. I mean, they all know each other, Mace. Those are his colleagues, Mace. I mean, what is he going to say, Mace? Mace, did you put the tags? I sent you some more tags. You put those tags in the Put it in the. You said where you got the handicapping bowl games and NFL weekend.
Yeah.
I can go get it, Mace. Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it says ranking right there.
Yeah.
Because when you go live, you need to be thrown into that algorithm.
Yeah, I put that even on my thumbnail. On my, the outline of the show, I put that up there. I put the casinos. My bookie, FanDuel, MGM, DraftKings. Yeah. Yeah.
That in addition, Mace,
Okay.
with NFL Week 14, NFL Power Rankings.
You
What,
got. I'm gonna
what,
do my power rankings, by the way, tomorrow. But
you
you
can put
people, you good people out there, you want me to do it now? I'll do it now. While Plat wants me to put the.
yeah, and Mace, I'd say by if had we been doing this at week 1, by this time we would be in that algorithm. So when you go live, you're going towards sports fans, people who have an interest in sports. There you go, right here. There it is. Because you got to generate more sports fans.
Let me put that up right now as we're talking. Yeah, I think to me the 3 best games I see are I like I don't like Florida, I don't like Georgia and I don't like Georgia and
Yeah, Mace.
yeah.
Those are bowl games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mace. We got plenty of time to worry about those end of the year games, man. You plenty of time. You got a whole bunch of games before. What about your Jackson State team? They play, I think, on the 16th.
Oh yeah, but they didn't put the point spread out yet.
But it will be. Who they playing, Mace?
Let me check. Let's see. And I do agree with you, Jims. I do need an underdog sponsor. Yes, I do. I'll work on that. Real talk during the off season. Let's see. Should have been the first bowl up there.
They play, I think, on the 16th, or they
Yeah,
play.
they play early. They
Yeah,
play Louisiana. I don't know who Louisiana is.
yeah, you go look at it. It might not be worth your time, But what I'm saying,
No, I'm not talking about boys. You know that for one more time.
well, you got to watch the linebacker now. He's not, linebacker. If he know that's what you want, he gonna overlay. He's gonna give you an overlay.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something, man. All they do is set you. All the book does is setting you up. They don't care. They want to put you on the wrong side of the money. That's all. They don't care. They don't care. They don't put you on the wrong side of the money. Now it worked out with this Georgia thing. They cleaned the house off Georgia. They made a killing off Georgia. It was so much money on Georgia, and Alabama came in and won the game outright. They made a killing off of that with Iowa. Everybody named Mama had them 22 points. Michigan won 26-0. And I saw that coach screaming and throwing his headset when they called that that quarterback threw that interception on the goal line. When they said, but he said his hand got hit. And that coach was screaming, and Michigan lined up on like the 8 and ran it right in. And they won the game 26-0. So all of this stuff, man, them bowl games, they coming. Now, this is the problem with the book and bowl games. See, they can get caught up on those bowl games. And they know they're not going to be right on all them bowl games. What you want to do is wait for them to make a mistake, and then you hop on them. But just playing those games, ain't no way you can win. Ain't no way. Like you said, JSU, La Tech, you don't even, you ain't watched no La Tech. You don't know what they're going on. You got to go and research it and all that. And then they're going to line it where it's going to be pretty much an even game anyhow. So that's like a lot of them games you just ignore. Unless you just want to watch them, but you don't pay no attention to them. And you focus on the games you can win. This game tonight, To be honest with you, Pittsburgh, Miami, this is a terrible game. If you're talking about some money, it's a terrible game to play. It's neither team has an offense. You don't know what you're gonna get out of Bill Belichick. You don't even know who's gonna start. Um, you don't know what's going. You don't know. You don't know. This game can go either way. This is not the game that this is not a game. This isn't a game that you want to put money on. And then you got your basketball, you got your NBA, you got your college basketball, you got your women's college ball. You got to figure out. I mean, like that is you want that weekend. That weekend to be here, and then you got a bunch of games. Let's go ahead and do our. Let me go over here. Let's do our weekly thing.
Okay.
That is.
I gave mines already, so go ahead, sir.
Okay. You got the if you want it, Saturday you got the Navy Army game. If you want it, they're saying take Navy. I mean, if you want it, if you want to watch, it's a lot of it's military. Just a lot of military stuff, and if you want to look at it. Now, Mitch Trubinsky stinks.
You damn right.
Pittsburgh, they played the Titans and they beat them. To be honest with you, man, it's hard to get a beat on Pittsburgh. At Pittsburgh, Thursday night, you would with that running back guy, running back Jalen guy, he's decent. New England got a lot of injuries. It's going to be a light play. I'd say it's a light play. If you play it, take Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Light play, though.
Okay.
Now you got Cleveland, right? Sunday you got Cleveland versus Jacksonville. You got Trevor Lawrence with a bad knee. Now, I am telling you, this is a classic example of one man being the difference. Jacksonville's a completely different team without him. The way he plays, man, this guy's you cannot sack this guy. He makes play. He's a playmaker. He drives that team. That team's not that good. A lot of that's him. 3rd and 9, that's him. Him making plays in that pocket, making plays outside the pocket. Without him, they're a different team. I would feel comfortable. Now, Cleveland, I don't know who's going to be their quarterback, and we know they got
Joe Flacco. I'm all over Cleveland. If I was playing this game, I would take the 3 in the Browns.
Yeah, I would go ahead and take it. So that's
Flacco had a good game on Sunday too.
That's an early morning game. So
yep.
If you want to take it, take the Cleveland game. You got Jacksonville. I don't know who the backup is, but believe me, man, they're a one-man team. Without Travis Lawrence in the game, it's a completely different team. So, and these are games that you look forward to. These are games that you sit back and say, well, I walked into this money. Let me get this money. You don't think twice about it. You take Cleveland. Now, Flacco, I don't, want to put money on them, but you go with Flacco. You hope they run the ball, and you hope Myles Garrett harass and cause fumbles, and they win the game.
Yep.
The Baltimore Rams game.
I'm looking dead at it. 7.5 Ravens coming off a bye week. Both teams need the game. Ravens for 1 seed, Rams to keep the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess you go ahead and go with Baltimore if you trust Lamar, and you looking at it like this is his year. You rock with Baltimore. I don't know if you can go with the Rams. Not against him, not now. They had that big win. I take Baltimore.
Okay.
Well, you got.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not gonna say you got Detroit. Stay the course.
I'm gonna
Like,
take the Rams, by the way, to cover, but Baltimore win the game. Rams are playing well. Yeah. You like Detroit in this one, sir?
yeah, I stay the course. I go ahead and take Detroit.
Yeah, I do too, because like the woman said this morning on Good Morning Football, you want to pull for Justin Fields, but you can tell with the Bears with two top five and top second round picks from Carolina. This is one of the biggest heists in a long time. You could tell that the Bears GM is going to get a king's ransom for Fields. Because let me tell you a little secret, folks. Plat will agree when I finish explaining it. When you come from an inept program like the Chicago Bears, wherever you go next as a quarterback, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. So whoever trades for this kid, they're going to give Justin Fields the benefit of the doubt. It's going to get a clean slate because the Chicago Bears are inept. So I'm with them. I don't even think it's going to be close. After the Lions got shellacked by the Packers, I don't think it's going to be close. I'll go with the Lions. Do you care about the next one?
Hmm.
Do you care about Panthers and Saints?
About who?
Carolina and New Orleans.
Well, I think the Saints isn't the quarterback out.
Yes, he's out. Yeah,
So you got Jameis.
against Young, Bryce Young.
Uh, I guess you would have to go with you'd have to take the Saints. I guess. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's a game. It's a 12 o'clock game. There are other games on the board. If that's the game you want to play, if you had to play it, you would take Jameson, I guess. Or you could take the Panthers, but it ain't much talent. And then neither team's really good. I don't know who anybody would even want to watch this game. But if I
No,
had to play it, I'd take Jameis. Well, I don't. I mean, like he hadn't played well, but I don't know. It's a hit and miss.
I would agree with that. This is these next two games, folks. I know it's gonna sound crazy to you, but these two games are crucial. We'll do the game in Dixieland first. Falcons a 1.5 favorite over Tampa Bay. What do you think, Plat?
Man, I probably would take the Falcons.
Okay, the 1.5. Okay, I'm gonna take Tampa, and people will go, "Oh, what Mace? Why?" Mike Evans, 10 straight years of 1,000 yards. He's on his way to Canton. He got a chip with Brady. Mayfield is better than Desmond Ritter. I'm sorry. The game is indoors, so it's not going to affect them. And I just think Tampa's a little better. And we're going to see something. This is for first place in the retarded NFC South. So I'm gonna take Tampa, but I'm not gonna play this game. All right, this game here I'm gonna have up here this Sunday, folks. And you're saying, why, Mace? Bengals showed Monday night with their backup quarterback what 10 days of preparation could do. I like this Browning kid. He has an arm. I like him. He can throw the football with a great velocity. I also like Garner Minshew. This is a rivalry, folks. Even though they're not in the division, they're close by proximity. Cincinnati, Indianapolis. They don't like each other. Goes back to the Eric Dickerson days and Boomer Esiason. I'm not going to play this game, but I'm going to take Cincinnati at home. That's you.
I'd take Cincinnati, but it's a game. I mean, I don't know if it's a 12 o'clock game.
If 12 o'clock your time.
Yeah, it's a game I wouldn't even pay attention to. I'd be
Really?
looking at. No, I'd be looking at the Rams game. I wouldn't even pay attention to that game.
Okay. Okay. No, no,
Cincinnati. I have no interest in it.
I look at it for playoff seeding. That's why I'm into it. But
Well,
betting wise, no.
well, I don't know about Indy. I don't know how close they are, but Cincinnati.
Indy right now is number 6.
Well, I don't know about Cincinnati if they make it. If Joe's coming back, I mean, they're not going to go anywhere without Joe. And I saw the guy win the Jacksonville. Well, he won because Trevor Lawrence got hurt. They're not going. That team is pretty much over for the year.
I agree.
He threw a couple of balls. All you got to do is make adjustments with your defense, and that was Jacksonville. They're not going to be a threat. Then a lot of people are happy that he's hurt because they had the potential to win, and they don't have the potential to win now without their quarterback.
That is true. This is
Now,
Plat special.
No,
Yeah, go ahead.
with this with this Frisco Seattle thing. What's the line on that game?
I'm taking the Niners this week. 10.5. I'm taking it. I'm all over it. 10.5 Niners. Niners are now peaking like they always do this time of the year. Seattle, they gave it all they had against Dallas, and the referees cost them. I'm gonna take Sam. It pains me to do this, folks. If you guys know me, I have a special place in my heart for the Seahawks. I'm going San Francisco minus the 10.5. I'm taking that game.
Okay, well on that one, Mace, and I don't even like Seattle, and I don't know where they found it against Dallas, but not to win, to stay within the number 10 points because of Pete Carroll, and just it's a divisional game. So I think that the 49ers will win the game, but some kind of way. And I'm telling you that I've dealt with watching Seattle. I watched a couple of times. Really have lost my interest. Geno, I don't know where, but some kind of way, man, they'll squeeze wins out. They did it against Dallas because I was saying, if you're a Dallas fan, go ahead and take Dallas. And sure enough, they play the game, and it's like a 6-point win. And he's throwing touchdowns and a 72-yard touchdown, 74-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
To Metcalf. Metcalf has no hands.
No.
And I saw the way he caught that ball. I'm like, where his hands come from? He's catching passes.
I'm with you. What you said about Metcalf.
There's a strong chance that 49ers will blow him out. But if I had to play it, I'd take the points.
Okay.
But, it could go either way, man. So your 49ers can go in and blow them out.
Let's get this game out of the way. Who you like, Vikings or Raiders? Vikings a field goal favorite in Vegas.
I'm still a fan of the quarterback. If he hadn't been benched.
No, he hasn't been benched.
Yeah, so and your Raiders have been winning. They have been winning with the brother or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm still a fan of that quarterback, man. So if I watch this game or play this game, if someone asks me about this game, I gotta rock with Minnesota.
Okay.
Even though you were right about the Purdue quarterback and the new head coach, they've been winning.
Yeah, they've been playing good football. As long as you get number 17 to football, everybody's happy. If you don't know who number 17 is, that's Devontae Adams. Chargers a field goal over Russell Wilson, the Broncos.
I'm willing to accept that. Russell, he lost to Houston.
Yeah.
He's still Russell. It's just a matter of time before they start the nosedive because they were winning. I'd say he goes back to nosediving.
Okay.
Yeah, and now on this game, this is the type of game that I look around.
Yeah.
I look around and I say, interesting.
Yeah.
Everybody's going for Denver. And then I take the Chargers.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take the Chargers in this one too, even though I can't stand those bastards. All right, Plat. This is one of your big games of the weekend. Both these teams come off for tough losses. It's in Arrowhead. The Chiefs came off in an ass kicking from Jordan Love and the Packers on Sunday Night Football. The Bills, last time we saw him, Jalen Hurts dominated overtime and drove his team 80 yards for the win, and he scored the winning touchdown. The Chiefs, a 1.5 favorite in Arrowhead against the Bills. Who you got?
Well, I got one guy, and that's Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
One thing from watching him,
Yeah.
Just watching him is when he, and he doesn't do it a lot, but when he plays shitty, he normally bounces back the next week. I can't account for the rest of the team. Like the team's not going to show up, the defense not going to show up. But one thing about him, man, you rarely get two, multiple interceptions, bad performance games from him. He had a shitty game on national TV. He's got it. He's got to come correct for Buffalo. He knows it, and I think you're going to get good line value because I think a lot of people are on Buffalo, and I think that people think Buffalo's going to go in there and beat them. So you're going to get. I don't know what the line is in that game.
The Steelers are respectable. Put some respect on them. Congrats to Florida A&M.
What's the line in the Kansas City game, Mace?
1.5 Chiefs.
Chiefs a favorite?
Yeah.
And what time is it?
3:25 your time.
I'll probably be going with Kansas City, and I'll minus the 1.5 and take my chances. In addition, remember Josh, he's not having a good year this year, and he'll overthrow his receivers. And if that guy has a meltdown, the wide receiver he got from Minnesota,
yeah.
If he has a meltdown, that's pretty much the season's over. Well, I wouldn't say the season. That game's over, and it's just a matter of time before Josh misses him, and he starts bitching. I look for stuff like that during the game. While I'm watching the game,
yeah.
If I see him pout, if I see he was open, but Josh didn't see him, Josh got sacked, or Josh ran around, ran for it first, or ran out of bounds. Yeah. And then he goes over there and he's complaining, or you see him just acting a fool. Yeah. I look to bet against teams like that because there's dissension on the team.
And, so you're taking this game? You're taking the 1.5?
Well, more than likely I'll be betting Kansas City just because Pat had a bad week last week. He's not going to have 2 bad weeks, so it'll be mostly a Pat Mahomes bet.
Okay, I got you.
And it's a 3:00 game. I'm looking compared to Denver. I would take the Chargers, Minnesota, and whatever the late games are. Compared.
Yeah, Minnesota, that's a late game. Chargers are the late game. 49ers is the late game against the Seahawks. Yeah, but you like the Seahawks plus 10.5.
Yeah, but I don't like them well enough to bet on them.
So you betting on the Chiefs this week?
I probably will be the Chiefs, yeah. If I got it, yeah, I'll probably be one.
I got that one down for you.
I'll take the Chiefs.
I know you like the Texans minus 3.5 over the Jets.
There we go. And then we got Philly.
Philly's 3.5 point underdog in Dallas.
Man, I know they've been playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wants to
crown him.
No, they want to write Jalen Hurts off, man. Well, sorry, man. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. And another thing it's not even about Dax though, is until Dax can show he can win like the quote unquote these big games or these games that matter.
Yeah, it's a good team. Yeah.
Yeah. He hadn't shown he can do that. So give me Philly.
All right, you got it. Philly plus 3.5. You got it.
And when you talk to Giants in the Green Bay, there's a bunch of handicappers and blogs who put out and said take the Giants. But see, this is another thing. I wouldn't take that game because I would not bet money on a shit team like the Giants.
I look at that. That game is close to my heart. So I'm gonna do that game up here Monday night. I don't want to jinx them, so I'm gonna take the Giants plus 6.5. I don't want. Last week I was all gung ho on Green Bay, but something told me in my heart they're gonna beat the Chiefs. So I went the other way and took the Chiefs, and sure enough, they beat the Chiefs. You know, I'm a superstitious person. You people don't know. I'm gonna take the Giants plus 6.5, and I have complete confidence. I think it's gonna be a great game though. And I've been saying this all week up here. I'm dying to see Tommy DeVito, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not kidding. I caught him last week on highlights, and I said, "Oh, he got that type of arm strength." I said, "Okay." So I want to see him against this Green Bay defense this week, and I think it's gonna be a real good, entertaining game. So I'm gonna take the Big Blue plus 6.5. I'm gonna tell you right now, the last game on the board, I am all over the Dolphins minus 13.5. I think the Dolphins are going to show out. It's their first Monday Night Football game in 12 years in Miami. I love the Dolphins. Monday night, I think the Dolphins put 60 on Tennessee. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking.
Yeah, we'll well, we'll see, man. I don't know, man. I haven't watched the Tennessee game. You know, it's crazy. I don't think I've seen a game, no, this year of the Titans.
Do you really want to, though? To me,
No,
them
no, I
and the
don't. No,
Ravens,
no, no, I don't. He said, "Do I
them
want
and
to?"
the Ravens, to me, are the two most boring ass teams to sit up there and watch. I will say this for the Ravens, unlike the Titans. At least the Ravens went out and got some talent around Lamar now, and the Ravens are fun to look at now on offense. They are real fun. But Tennessee, bro, no wonder why his ass is in trouble down in Nashville. If you haven't heard, Vrabel's in the hot seat in Nashville right now. Well, know what that tells me?
Who are they gonna get?
I don't know, but remember who's going to be out there. And Belichick don't like big markets. Okay, doesn't.
He
Okay,
wouldn't. Belichick wouldn't go there. He didn't have no quarterback.
you can always get one. They're right up there in the draft. Plat. They only got 3 wins.
Okay.
And one thing I love about Bill Belichick, he takes his ass out to whoever he wants to see and do it himself. Okay, folks. You got on the board, Plat got Chiefs minus 1.5, Texans minus 3.5, and the Eagles plus 3.5.
Now, what we're gonna do, Mace? We got to still go by our 2-star, 1-star, and opinion.
Okay,
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go with. We're gonna go as the Eagle as our 2-star.
You got it.
We're gonna go as our the Chiefs as our
Opinion?
1-star. No, 1-star. And then what was the other one?
Texans minus 3.5.
That's our opinion.
I think, Plat, honestly, that should be your 1-star.
The Texans?
Yes.
No, we're gonna go as that's my opinion.
All right, I'll put the O down for you.
You should only be putting money on the 5 on the 2-star. You should only put money on the 2-star. The other 2, I mean, it's up to you. But look, man. Okay, listen.
Okay.
It's no, Mace. It's unfortunate, and I, people don't understand this stuff, and you really need to be around gambling people because then they understand because they've lost money, and you could win a lot of money, you could lose a lot of money too. You have to really know what you're doing, and anybody can stand off to the side, and that's what most people do. They talk about how easy it is till they put some money up. Because just like you can win, you can lose. It's a lot harder than you think it is. And then you got to come back and do it again. And remember, they're doing everything they can. And they do everything they can to get you to lose money. They're going to do everything they can to throw you off and mess you up, hoping you're going to make a mistake. Get you to play games you ain't supposed to play. Just get you. And if you do that, they really want you to do that. Because if you do that, that really increases your chance of losing.
I agree with that. Bill
Hold
Belichick knows how to develop talent.
on. Okay.
Jim, no, I'm reading what they're saying. Jim's is giving you fire, Plat, for what you've been preaching. Steeler fans sound like some Kane fans trying to fire. Wait, I can't be doing the college right now.
Hello.
But let me say this about Tomlin. This will interest you. Word is Tomlin may be taking that jump, bro.
2665.
Okay, let Plat do his phone call. All right, let Plat do take care of his business. Yeah, there's word out that Mike Tomlin may flee Pittsburgh. There's some situations that he likes. I think one is in DC. That's gonna be wide open, and he has a quarterback, an offensive guru, waiting there with a quarterback, waiting for him. So watch that closely. Tomlin to the Redskins. You heard it here first. Watch that. Magic is there. Magic invested a lot of money in the Redskins, fellas. He's just not a token guy. Magic is there for the long haul. Okay? So watch that very, very closely. Watch that very closely. You heard it here first. So that is a good job to get. If you can get that job, and Tomlin would be perfect. Belichick would not. And I'm going to tell you why. Belichick, if he does go there, he's bringing in his flunkies, Matt Patricia, his son Steve to be the defensive coordinator. He's bringing in that loser Josh McDaniels. And you don't want that. You rather go with Tomlin. He will sell tickets in DC, no doubt about it. He'll rejuvenate that franchise. You got your quarterback there, unless you want to make a trade with Chicago and bring Justin Fields there and send Sam Howell to Chicago. And I think that trade will work for both teams. You can make that move. And but the word is Tomlin is looking around. People think it's the Redskins he's looking at. That will be a coup for Magic and the new owner. They can pull a Mike Tomlin from Pittsburgh. That would be a coup. Canes, they're getting the Redskins first and third round picks. Mike Tomlin will be dead to them. Trust me.
Yeah, but he's right, Mace. Mike's not. First of all, Mike's not going anywhere. And even if he remember, that was a Rooney rule. That's crazy. It's crazy. No, when you think about it, he was hired. Rooney was wanting to increase opportunities for black coaches. That's one of the grounds he used to hire him. For him to get fired, he's screaming racism.
No, Plat. It's not him getting fired. It's him jumping ship. And wouldn't you go to Washington, where it's a pure chocolate city, where Magic Johnson owns about 35% of the team, where you already got Bieniemy and your quarterback there? Wouldn't you want that setup where you don't ever have to worry about the offense?
He can't do that.
If the Redskins are giving the Steelers a first and a third, he's dead to the Steelers, bro.
Okay.
And I'll go a step further. It's going to be a top 7 pick. You better believe the Steelers are taking that. They get on Tomlin's contract. You know the Redskins is going the Commanders, whoever they call, they're going to give Tomlin a king's ransom to go coach there.
He ain't going to do that.
Okay, that's just the rumor out there.
He's not going to do that.
Okay.
I don't think the guy that they hired, that Arab dude, the GM, I don't think he likes Tomlin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if Washington comes along and says, bro, we'll give you a top 7 pick and a top 7 third round pick, well, Steelers are taking that.
Well, I mean, okay. If that's what you think,
No, not what I
I
think.
don't
That's
think
the
he's going
rumor
to
out
leave
there. It's
though.
not me. That's the
No,
rumor
I
out there
don't think
making
he's going to
the
leave.
jump ship.
No, I just don't think he's going to leave. I think he
Let me
doesn't
say
want to
this.
leave. He doesn't want to leave Pittsburgh.
Let me say this right now. If he does, and it's the Redskins, he couldn't have picked a better place to go.
Oh, I don't think he wants to leave. There's nothing about Mike Tomlin would give me the impression he wants to go coach for another team. He's been fighting too hard to stay in Pittsburgh. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't want to let things take their natural, normal progression. He'd rather fight. And I noticed the guy they picked up since Pickett is hurt. Pittsburgh added another quarterback. Um, so I'm sorry, dude, from Penn State.
Let me go
He's
take a look.
third string.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm not saying this. That's just the word on the street, bro.
We'll just have to wait, man. I'm
Yeah,
looking
we
at
have to
this
wait
on the.
and see. But it wouldn't surprise me if he did that. If there's one team I could see him doing it, it's definitely the Redskins. To work for Magic Johnson, there's gonna be no pressure on you. You got your
No, it's gonna
quarterback.
be some pressure because he's got to win now. That's another thing, winning. But that's you know, there's other coaches out there. I hope Magic doesn't do that. I hope Magic looks in the college ranks or in the professional ranks. There are other quarterback. There are other coaches that are qualified that would do a better job than Tomlin. I hope he doesn't do that. Look at Enemy. He got a guy right there. Enemy should try. You got the guy that Miami fired. You got plenty of guys who feel like they're eligible to coach in N.F.L. I hope I hope they don't trade for Mike Tomlin. And Mike's got a winning team. It looks like Mike will win tonight, and that's one more reason he won't do it.
Interesting.
I mean, it looks like he'll win tonight, man. So, but no, let's go over these. Hold up, these bowl games on the 16th. Hold up,
I
you
don't got
got
a spread on it yet.
no. You got
Jacksonville State.
UCLA versus Boise.
They're
That's on
playing.
the LA Bowl. That's on the 16th.
Wow, I didn't even have that on my listings.
That's what it says.
Let me find out. I'm with you. Let me see.
New Mexico Bowl. New Mexico versus Fresno. This is on the 16th. The Cure Bowl. Miami, Ohio versus App State. The New Orleans Bowl. Jackson State versus Louisiana. Myrtle Beach Bowl. Ohio versus Georgia Southern. So I'm saying you got about 6, 7 games just on the 16th. You could dust off get ready.
I have no interest in none of these games except one. And when that point spread comes out, Jacksonville State and Louisiana, that'll be one of the three bowl games I will definitely take. The other one, I'm taking Bama. All right, then I got my picks. I'm taking Bama over Michigan. I'm taking Missouri over Ohio State. And I'm taking Jacksonville State over Louisiana. Those are my three picks. That's what I'm going with.
So I'm looking at the 23rd, about 9 games on the 23rd. Then you got
These games
27th.
suck. Georgia State, Utah State, Air Force, James Madison. Come on, man. South Alabama, eat Michigan. Utah, Northwestern, no thank you. Coastal Carolina against San Jose State, no thank you. Bowling Green, Minnesota, no thank you. Texas State, Rice, they might as well play the game on at Rice's home field. They're right next to each other, no thank you.
You know,
Kansas, UNLV,
I'm
nah.
looking I'm looking at Iowa versus Tennessee, and the funny thing about that game is Iowa doesn't score. So I'm looking at this game because they didn't score anything against Michigan, and even if you go and look at their whole season, right?
Yeah,
17, they were winning. I think they went 10-2
10 and
or
3, but their defense was phenomenal.
well, not against Michigan.
Of course,
And
Michigan's 10 times better than them.
Mace, I'm saying they're playing Tennessee and they don't score.
I'm taking Tennessee in the 7.5.
Yeah, it looked like this could be a massacre right here. So I'm saying during your bowl season, you got
Yes,
to ignore a lot of these games. When you look at the Toledo versus Wyoming, the Arizona Bowl, some of this stuff you just don't even pay attention to.
exactly. That's why I just said 2 minutes ago. I'm not caring about a lot of these December 16th, December 23rd bowl games. These games are horrible.
That game ain't until the first or the
Yeah, that
second
one you
one.
just said. Yeah, Tennessee. That's a 1 o'clock in the afternoon game. Tennessee and Iowa. I'm not watching that. I'd rather watch Liberty and Oregon at the same time. If I was going to watch a game, I'll watch Alabama and Michigan and Texas and Washington. I'll watch those two games on New
Well,
Year's Day.
okay, well, Mace, what we're gonna do is on the 16th.
Yeah,
So what we'll do next week,
Saturday.
we
Next
won't
Saturday.
do it. We're not gonna do a Thursday show. So
We're
what
gonna do
we'll
a
do,
Saturday show.
yeah, and just do that. That way we can go over some bowl games and we can do the NFL and cover. And we just won't do the Thursday night game. We just cover the bowl games,
Yeah.
and we'll come back on the 23rd bowl games. Come back 30th, and then that'll take you into the first,
The
second,
New
and
Year
all.
Day bowls. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's
we'll
what
do
we'll do.
probably. I'll hit you up on the email. You tell me what's best for you. It'll be Saturday if you want to go early or, you know, right around kickoff time, however you want to do it.
You got it. No doubt. Jacksonville State's the early game, so we'll do it right before that game next Saturday.
Got you,
Yeah.
man.
You have a good week, man. I'll be in your chat room. Yeah. Hey, seriously, I appreciate doing business with you, bro.
Well,
Thank you
look,
so
I'm gonna
much.
watch. I want to. You could use both of those flyers. You know that, right? To
Yeah,
make
but
to
the
make your
women
point. No,
look
I want
ugly
to
in the
hear. I
first.
want to hear your show, brother. I'm just saying. This is you. I'm listening. Oh, I didn't use nigger land because you
I
don't want to
know,
put
I
you
know,
don't want
I
to put
know,
that on your
I know,
flyer. Okay. Okay.
I know. No problem. But again, people loved the first hour and a half last week when I went in. You'll enjoy this one. I killed the Simps up here before. I'm looking forward to doing it again on Saturday night.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Laura will be up here. He was up here last Saturday. He was tremendous, making a complete ass up. So, Laura, I love you, bro. I know you're listening in your truck.
There you
Plat,
go,
I
bro.
appreciate you, man.
All
Thank
right,
you
man.
for that. You got it, man. Platinum League. Everybody say a prayer for Canes. Our brother Canes in the chat room. People in the clouds, thank you. Jims, thank you. Canes, you're the best. And I'll send you that early next week. Expect it in your mail. QZ, I love you. Mama Sita, I love you. Brownie, you know I love you, baby. And G Morris in the building. I love you, man. I saw you earlier. You know, G Morris in the building. It's Akuma and the great Canes. I'll give Canes a phone call after I eat me a Slim Jim. I'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Let me see what time I'm on tomorrow. I believe I'm on tomorrow night at 7:30. And we're going to go through the games on Sunday. It's a triple header Sunday. A double header Sunday. Up here, I'll give you Colts. The games I'll give you is Ravens, Rams. Rams need a game to stay in the playoff hunt in the NFC. They're right behind Minnesota. Green Bay has jumped both of them. So, and we'll do that game. We'll do also Colts and Bengals. That's a big game in the jungle in Cincinnati. And then I will skip the 4:30 game. I'm gonna be at my mom's eating me some Southern fried chicken, and I'll be back up here for the pregame show, 7:20, 7:30 Sunday night. Expect me to pop up, and we're gonna do the Eagles and the Cowboys Sunday night. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Canes, I'll hit you up after I finish a couple of Slim Jims. Thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate you guys so much.